Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Hope everybody had a fantastic day. Guys, I cannot believe we are in the 3rd month of this year already. Where the hell is time going? It's like just a blink of an eye and we are already in the 3rd month. But anyway, I have a follow-up for the story I actually spoke about in yesterday's video in regard to James Charles coming up against allegations of sending inappropriate pictures to a 16-year-old minor. Now, I'm going to link that video down below. If you haven't watched it, please feel free to go and watch that video. This is just like unfreaking believable, you know. These are serious allegations, and at this point, it's like it's a pattern. We all realize and acknowledge this is a pattern for James Charles. So, James Charles actually put out or posted something on his Twitter today, and this is what it read. He says, "I'm not trying to get out of anything. No matter what happened, it was unacceptable, embarrassing, and I should have taken the extra steps to research the person I was talking to. There's no excuse. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is on me." Now, there are so many things wrong with that, okay? For number one, these are serious allegations. Absolutely serious allegations. James Charles put out his statement yesterday, which he said basically he was trapped or he was set up and victim blaming this kid. You know, he said that this kid told him he was 18 and all along he was 16 years old. But James didn't come out and show us any proof that this kid actually said that to him, you know. This is the problem I have with this, is that he says, I'm not trying to get out of anything, no matter what happened. No, James, it should be what happened was totally unacceptable. End of story. And the whole fact about you saying that you're going to take extra steps to research the person you're talking to. Here's a mental note. If you feel you need to get an ID for whoever you're speaking to, maybe you shouldn't be speaking to those people. Just to safeguard yourself, because this has not happened once, not twice, not 3 times. This has been going on for a long time. And not to mention, you guys, other guys have come forward to speak about their experiences with James Charles. I know I did get a recommended from, I think it was TIPSTER. I'll actually leave that video down below so you can actually go and watch that. But all I'm saying is, in my opinion, James Charles clearly has a problem. He has a type, you know. Why is nobody in his camp taking this more serious? Where is his team? Where are the adults in the situation? Where are all these people? Because to me, it seems as though from what I've read from here is that basically everything is sorted out, you know. Everything is swept under the rug. Things have been done and dusted. Things have been taken care of behind the scenes. So what else can this be? Why are people coming to James Charles's defense? It just blows my mind. It truly does. How can you still come and make excuses for James Charles? Why? Can we not get this rectified, sorted out, and eliminate all the falsehoods, and let's get down to exactly what is really going on, you know? Because at the end of the day, to me, it feels like these kids aren't being believed, because James Charles is the money bag. He brings in the money for YouTube, for Google, for whatever the fuck it is, because at this point, it is grinding me. Let me just tell you a story. Let's make this a little bit of a story time. Because me as a parent, okay, I'm going to go through hell and high water for my kids. About 1.5 years, 2 years ago, she was actually being sexually harassed at school. And this went on for a long time, a long time. Each time I reported to the school, nothing was being done. Until I got to a point where now my child was truly affected, that she didn't want to go to school. She just felt like she just wasn't her normal self. Now, you would think that something this serious, a school would pay more attention to it, you know? But nah, absolutely not. Until one day, I was like, fuck this. I called up the police department. I told them exactly what was going on. They said, Mrs. Smith, which school does your kid go to? We'll have an officer meet you there. And that's exactly what happened. I went to the school, an officer met me there. And I told him exactly what was going on. And he says, Mrs. Smith, you stay outside and I'll be back. I don't even think, a few minutes went by? Maybe 15, 20 minutes went by. Next minute, I saw maybe 3 or 4 police cars. And I'm like, okay, now things are being done. The supervisor from the police department actually came out to me and he reassured me that things will be done because things like this is totally unacceptable. Unacceptable. Our kids should be going to school to be safe, to be educated, not to be harassed. Okay? So anyway, and the biggest thing about this, you guys, is that this kid that was sexually harassing her, his dad was a detective. That is the biggest bummer, yeah. Because you would think that a kid coming from this kind of home knows better. You know what I'm saying? So cut a long story short, they gave me peace of mind. They said they'll do whatever they need to do. And I promise you guys, I was getting feedback every single day. What was going on, what I wanted done. Not what I wanted done, what needed to be done. So it wasn't even 2 days later. Maybe 2 days later. Let me back that up. 2 days later, I get a phone call from another detective. And he says to me, he says, Mrs. Smith, we've sorted out this problem. You have 2 options here. It's either you want to press charges or his dad can just sit down with him and talk to him. I'm not a mean person. You know, kids are our pride, our joy. I don't want anything negative to happen or to impact his future. And I said to the detective, I don't want him arrested or I don't want charges brought against him. I would love it if his dad can sit down with him and have a conversation with him and let him know what's right and what's wrong. And what he was doing was absolutely wrong. All that was said and done. And that's all I wanted. Within the next day, I got phone calls from 6 different parents thanking me for doing what I did because their girls were going through the same thing, but they were too scared to talk about it, to bring it to their parents' attention. So why are we not taking more action and protecting our kids? You know? As I said, you guys, James Charles, this is not his first rodeo, not his second rodeo. This is a pattern for him. He keeps coming out with the same fucking excuses. Why is he still on social media? Why has his parents or his team not taken his phone away from him at this point? Today he just posted on his Instagram, and these are the shots that he posted. Are we supposed to feel sorry for him? I don't. I know he has a shit ton of supporters, but you'll need to stop enabling him. And I mean enabling him by coming to his defense. Things need to be sorted out, you guys. We need to protect our kids. Then we move on to, this is what just truly pissed me off. I was recommended a certain T channel. this T channel decided to take it upon themselves to go after Adam McINTYRE. If you guys don't know who Adam McINTYRE is, I just found out about him lately, okay? And apparently he was in a situation where he felt he was manipulated by another YouTuber, Colin Bellinger. At the time, he was only 13 years old. Colin Bellinger apparently had sent him underwear, which was totally inappropriate. Now, bear in mind, Adam McINTYRE is from Ireland, okay? And he was doing some social media work for her. He was a fan of hers. But I'm going to list that video down below so you can go ahead and watch it if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then this T channel decided to come after Adam McINTYRE and said that Adam McINTYRE had actually clickbaited people because this was the title of his video. Now, if you go and watch this video, what Adam McINTYRE is talking about was how he was victim shamed by James Charles when he was 17 years old because of something that happened when he was 13 years old. James Charles decided to input himself in the situation and come to the defense of his friend Colin Bellinger and actually berate this kid or make him out to be a liar, okay? I'll also link that video down below. So this T channel says that he needs to basically watch himself because this video is very clickbaity or he is dogpiling. No, he's not dogpiling. He's sharing his experience, what James Charles does, how he victim shames people, not people, but these kids. How is that okay? I'm glad that Adam McINTYRE has actually come and spoken up for himself. As an 18-year-old, I am proud of him for making that decision to come up and share his experience. I don't give a shit the type of videos he makes. That's on him. That's his business. That's his channel. What I am saying is that good for him. So who the fuck are you to tell him that he basically needs to watch himself or be careful or watch what he puts out? Who he supports is his business. What he commentates on is totally his business. What backlash he gets, that's going to be on him. So if there are other kids that want to come out and want to speak about the experiences that they truly did have with James Charles, feel free. Don't feel frightened. Don't feel ashamed. Because all this, these people that's so biased against James Charles or for James Charles because they hate Jeffree Star or they hate Shane Dawson for what they did to James Charles, that needs to stop. It's all about protecting our kids. Now we move on to another thing that they actually discussed, which was, maybe I'm overstepping my bounds, okay? But wrong is wrong. That's one thing I've always stood by, and that's one thing I always will stand by. So they were talking about Luscious Massacre and Nick Snyder. So if you remember last year, when Luscious actually contracted the virus, and he was in hospital. I even made a video about this because what pissed me off, Luscious Massacre actually was there laying in bed. Nobody knew about this virus at this point, you know, but then he felt so like entitled, and yes, I agree, he was scared at the time. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to bash him, you know, but also he lay there and he was like, these doctors aren't doing this, or nobody told me that. It's like, it was new for everybody. You should have some kind of understanding, you know, and then still put it out on social media. But what got to me was the fact that this T channel says that they never ever saw or heard Luscious beg for money. I agree. He may not have begged for money, But he cried wolf that he didn't have money for a place for himself, to pay his hospital bill. Always gave out his Cash App. Always gave out his Venmo. Always said that, you know, super chats are welcome, whatever. It's been so long. I did make a video about it, and that's what pissed me off. And I got a lot of pushback, because there's a lot of Luscious Massacre fans out there, which at the end of the day, to each their own, you know. Luscious is a very, very talented makeup artist. He is extremely talented. When you sit there, and yes, what Nick did was fucked up, truly fucked up and petty, absolutely, which he did apologize for. But also, people, you got to realize, these are always going to have beef with each other. So if you feel like you always need to take up for Luscious, that's on you. But this is the thing I don't agree with. This virus is not something like the flu you can get over, it's fine. It can be very serious. It can be deadly. People are dying on a daily basis. People are making videos about Nick Snyder and Dustin Daly, and how Nick came and said, oh, he just as a precaution, he went and he tested for the COVID and he'll let us know. Now, where does that actually turn into looking for sympathy? Maybe just keeping us in the loop, but it also just goes to show people's mind frame, you know. And then they started relating all that back to Luscious, on how Nick gave this $20 and said, oh, you need it more than I do, and bullshit like that, okay? But can you get the facts right? Luscious was asking for money, because he was the one that said he doesn't have money to pay for this hospital bill. He has no health insurance. He needs a place to stay. He can't go back home because he doesn't want to infect his family. And, you know, all the sob stories. But you know what, at the end of the day, to each their own, I'm not judging, okay? The reason I got upset was because we knew the world, what we were going through at that time. People were losing their jobs. People were scared of this virus. It was just like a mess, a total mess. Then they went on to say,
but I'll guarantee you this, the only reason Nick feels that way is because he's dabbled in sex work.
Who are you people that feel that it's okay to go and judge people or assume that people or Nick has dabbled in sex work? So what if he did? Who fucking cares? Does it affect your life? Why? Why go out and put all that, air that all out? I don't see the purpose of it. Is it just to degrade him? Or I just can't figure it out. You guys, you need to get a life, basically. You know, there's so much going on, but you will still insist on this beef with what Nick did. I don't know how many months ago or years ago. It's like, get over it. Get the fuck over it, people. He's not affecting your life. He's not involving you with anything. Not that I've seen on my Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. If he wants to go and air out about his results or taking the precautions of testing or doing the right thing, why bother? Why go out there and villainize people or wish ill on people that don't affect your lives? Are you gonna try and hold him accountable for the rest of his fucking life? It just truly pains me to see that people that are trying to move on in life and get over the hurdles that they need to, but people like this insist on, you know, rehashing the past or bringing up their past, or, you know, it just makes no sense, you guys. I know Nick and Dustin or Rich is not everybody's cup of tea, but we have a choice not to watch them, not to engage with them. So why the need to keep coming and bashing these people? Why? We're grown. You want to come after an 18-year-old that's just speaking his truth? We should be commending him for speaking his truth. Adam McINTYRE, from me to you as a grown woman that can be your mom, I am so proud of you for speaking the truth, for standing in your truth and being able to speak for yourself and standing up for yourself. Well done to you. Absolutely well done to you. You guys, I'm done. It's like, what is the time? 25+1 in the morning. I'm gonna be up at 3 o'clock, but you know what? No worries. So you guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys have an amazing day today. Please be kind to one another. If there's people you don't like, ignore them. Just ignore them. If Dustin reached, Nick want to be petty all day long and come for other people, let them. They'll face their karma. If somebody is mean with you or nasty, you know who you are. We all should have that attitude. We know who we are. I know who I am. I am a stay-at-home mother that will give everything and anything for my kids and protect them the best I know how. So if anybody comes up against you in negativity, all you got to do is just laugh if that's exactly what I do. That is exactly what I do, because I know I'm a good person. I know that. I don't need anybody to tell me that. Talking about good people, you guys, I highly suggest, if you have not heard of SKELOTIM, he is such an awesome person. He is absolutely, even with his videos, he is so unbiased. He has an open mind, which I totally love about him. He is so fun and entertaining. Please go to his channel and check him out. He is absolutely wonderful, and he's so talented with his makeup. He is truly, truly so underrated, in my opinion. So you guys, once again, please have a wonderful day. Don't forget to be kind to one another, and don't forget to wear your mask. So you guys, until the next time, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell, all that YouTubey stuff. And you guys, once again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.